Hey guys, Rolliat or Taylor here, and today is another 𝙬𝙚𝙀 video, and of course it's the weekend or Friday or Saturday, depending on where you are in the world. And that means we got another weekly update. And trust me, this one is a good one. So before we do get into the video, if you are enjoying the 𝙬𝙚𝙀 coverage, then do stick around by subscribing and making sure you have that bell notification active so you never miss a video. But anyway, let's jump straight into it. Hey survivors, I have exciting news regarding the unfortunate issues that we have been dealing with during the last 6 or so weeks. In addition to the news regarding the alpha, I have also taken a bit of time to help address some common questions and concerns that have bubbled up over the last few weeks. We hope you enjoy this update and we look forward to playing with you guys very shortly. So yes, spoiler, playing with you guys very shortly. Within the next 2 weeks, we will be playing the closed alpha of 𝙬𝙚𝙀. So let's get into it. We finally have light at the end of the tunnel. While we have not fully solved the issue that we are having pressed on us from a legal side, it looks like by the start of next week we should have things squared off. This is great news because as of today we have all our launch infrastructure in place. If things continue to move forward smoothly next week, as they have been, then we will be initiating our launch of the closed alpha. However, for the sake of transparency and because we have never launched a project of this scope or scale ever before, we will be doing a slow rollout. It will essentially boil down in the following steps. First things first, because of Indigo's API, it does not properly report refunds to our backend, and because of limited payment processing methods that are available to us, we will be initiating a 2-week countdown. You can think of this as a launch countdown for the closed alpha itself. So like I said, within roughly 2 weeks, all of us will be playing the closed alpha. We will be making another announcement when this countdown starts. Shortly after we initiate the Indiegogo countdown, we will be having our partners at Nitrado bring a portion of our servers online. And then we will start to trickle our partners into the project. They will be acting as guinea pigs and will help us identify any key issues or potential problems that come up so that we can address them before launch. So what this means is if you're a partner of 𝙬𝙚𝙀, which luckily for me I am, I got made a partner 2 or so years ago, I think it was. It means we'll get to play it still under a very strict NDA. Don't see this as like we're just playing the game and having fun with it. We're gonna make sure that there's no like major issues that stop you guys from playing it and make this a pretty rough experience for everyone that wants to play it. I know there's been a lot of confusion about this. If you're part of the Discord, you would have seen how awful it was going this morning. But what it means is, you know, they're just gonna let a few in, make sure it works, and then everyone's going to come in. So just hang tight. Like I said, in the next couple of weeks, everyone's going to be playing the closed alpha for 𝙬𝙚𝙀. So just before the countdown comes to an end on Indiegogo, we'll be spinning our servers up and getting ready for the floodgates to be opened. After the countdown is complete, we will start distributing keys via the official website. You'll receive an email when this process starts. So I know some of you will see this as like a delay. I don't personally see it like that. Yes, we were meant to be playing by the end of the month. The things came up, but the fact that we now know that within the next 2 weeks we're going to be playing the closed alpha, I suppose we just need to look forward now, understand that these situations sometimes just can't be helped, and that there really is nothing we fans can do about it. And it's, you know, it's something the developers have had to deal with, and I'm sure probably one of the first times they've had to deal with something like this. But the fact they've been transparent as possible through the whole process is a really big tick in my book, I'd personally say. Now there is a small Q&A here, so let's just jump straight into this. What is the legal issue holding back the release? While we have been advised to not divulge too many specifics, it is essentially a trademark dispute that required a bit of a back and forth on what was okay and what was not. We have gone out of our way to minimize this issue popping up again. So that we have a bit of confirmation on what it was. It was a trademark issue, and so it was a legal issue. It wasn't just like some made up weird conspiracy theory. It was actually a trademark issue that was stopping the release of the closed alpha. Isn't the closed alpha supposed to be out by the end of July? We made sure to deliver weekly updates to keep you guys informed, but without dropping any specific release dates that we knew may not be able to hit. To be blunt, we hate it when we promise a date and cannot follow through with it. Obviously, they've done this in the past, so they know what it's like. It is incredibly soul-crushing for us. While the issue is nearly dealt with, we have a responsibility to make sure that the closed alpha works when we say that it's available. And part of that for us is a slower rollout, because we simply don't have the experience on hand to just flip a switch and have everything work overnight. Now, we do have to remember, this isn't a AAA studio making what looks to be a AAA game. I don't even think there's 50 people, definitely less than 100 people working on this, and to launch a game this size, we see how many people have backed this game. It's not just a couple of hundred, it's hundreds of thousands of people that have backed this game. So there's going to be a lot of people trying to play it. I can fully understand why they're doing this. It makes sense. Imagine if everyone wanted to play it at the stroke of midnight. It would be a catastrophe. We've seen AAA game studios struggle with things like this. So yeah, just try and keep a level head when you do read some of these answers. Why is there an NDA in place? NDAs on early builds of software are commonplace. However, content creators that are partnered with us will be given plenty of opportunities to release gameplay clips or even stream the game on Twitch and YouTube. Like I said, keep a level head with this. Luckily, I'm a partner, so this is really good news for me. I can understand why some backers will be a little bit miffed by this. There's consequences if you break the NDA, and that goes for partners as well. If a partner breaks an NDA, they'll be kicked from the partner program and banned from the game. Now, the good news about the partner program is that it will open up again at some point in the future. So just keep your eyes peeled. When it does open up, if you're a content creator or you're looking to get into it, it might be worth applying in the near future. And finally, what if X feature is missing from Vlog Y? I looked forward to playing with that. The definition of an alpha is feature incomplete but playable. If something is missing, it's likely had some issues or content that the system drives was not adequately developed in time for the closed alpha. In many cases, we'll either introduce it via a patch during the closed alpha or let you guys know why the feature got cut. Now, I don't think this is a big deal. I think pretty much everything we've seen in the dev vlogs will be in the closed alpha or very near the closed alpha. I think this is just sort of like if the small things crop up that like somebody's like, oh, why isn't this reload animation in? Or why doesn't this crop grow this certain way? I think it's going to be things like that personally, but again, I'm not working on this game. I don't know. I don't feel like it's going to be, why isn't this car here? You know, it's just going to be things like that. But guys, that's all of the news for the closed alpha, or the release date, everything around it, when we're going to get to play it. Now I'm going to move on to the development side and what people have been working on, just like a normal weekly update. So if that's what you were here for, then hopefully you enjoyed it. Be sure to stick around, make sure to subscribe, but let's jump into the development side of this weekly update. So, Kyle has continued working on bug fixes for occasional crashes on dedicated servers, other miscellaneous bug fixes, implementing the door barricades into the player construction that was shown last week, and wrapped up implementing better water in dead matter. He's also added a mechanic that players will need to keep in mind. You need keys for vehicles, unless you've hotwired it, but that's a different topic. And players will need to remember to take the keys out of the ignition when leaving or getting ready to bail out of a vehicle, or they will risk losing them. I must admit, the barricading thing looks really cool. The sound is super jarring though. Like, I turned it all the way up because I couldn't hear anything, and then when there was that like big crunch, honestly, my apartment pretty much shook. But no, it looks really cool. It looks like, you know, how a barricade should look, so I'm happy with this. Obviously, you'd have to barricade the windows because in this clip, you could just smash the windows and jump in. So, and the water also looks really nice. We've seen survival games come out with pretty much no water physics, so you just like hit an invisible wall. But no, this looks good. You can swim under it, you can see the shoreline and stuff, so I'm happy with that. On the subject of barricades, Nomad has implemented two basic traps for player settlements. The first is barbed wire trap that can be placed anywhere in a player's base. Players will not be able to craft these, but instead must find bundled barbed wire stacks around the map in order to place them. Minor bleeding damage will be applied if a player tries to actively move through the barbed wire, but will not receive damage while standing still. And the second trap is an Electrified Fence Kit. Players can construct this addition to their fences. It does exactly what you think it does. If players try to cross a fence when it has power, they're going to get shocked. Gunslinger has got zombie looting implemented in time for the closed alpha. Before I move on, this is sick. I was only thinking about it the other day because I really like the feature in DayZ that if you're really struggling for food, killing zombies is such a good way to get it. And it made me think, I wonder if Dead Matter has this. And in this update, I found out it does. It looks a little bit slow, honestly. Like, you're going to have to make sure the area is clear before you loot a load of zombies. But I do really, really like it. So yeah, Gunslinger has got zombie looting implemented in time for the closed alpha. Now your uninvited guests will have a little something on them to make it worth your ammo, assuming you have planned accordingly and that that's not a threshold on the tails of the first one. 𝙮𝙮, hopefully I've got that right, sorry if I haven't, has been working on not so little details that players will be able to find in the rural areas of the map. Yes, Alberta has quite a few farms, and those farms needed equipment to work before the outbreak, so a load of farming stuff. Now, here's the fun fact about me. When I was a kid, I used to love farming vehicles, and I had like a big bookshelf filled with loads of farming like models, like scale models. So seeing this, that nostalgia hit. I was like, oh yeah, tractors, combine harvesters and trailers, this is sick. But no, these models do look really, really cool. Hax has been working on more R700 animations, such as magazine variant reloads and ammo checks. He has also been working with our animators to get single round reloading implemented for the revolver when players don't have a speed loader handy. This kind of handheld power comes with some time constraints after all. And on top of that, they've got animations ready for the staple pistol of survival games, the Makarov. Just watch this animation. It is so clean, the way the hand is positioned, the way the fingers are supporting the weapon. We've got to give it to them. The animations on this game look so sick. And as a bonus, the shooting range mentioned in last week's post will also have a shooter's challenge area for players to test their accuracy and aiming speed on the dummies. This will be a separate area that players can launch from the main menu. So we talked about this last week. I'm really excited to try this out and definitely get a feel for the weapons in Dead Matter by, running some of these trials. And if this is something we can show on our channels, then definitely make sure to stick around here, because I'll be doing things like this and looking at all the different weapons in Dead Matter. But that about rounds it up for this video. I know it's a little bit longer, guys, but hopefully you enjoyed it. We're finally getting there. The closed alpha is just around the corner and I'm so excited. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, make sure to subscribe, make sure to have that bell notification active, make sure to come and join the Discord as well. I'd really appreciate that. But anyway, have a great weekend and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.